How do I look? Hello and welcome to Bare E-ssentials, the online direct to your living room, bedroom, bathroom, rooftop garden, cupboard under the stairs version of our new writing night from us here at Encompass Productions. My name is Liam and I will be your host for this evening. And we're pretty excited because Bare E-ssentials is now officially award-winning. Oh yeah. We are proud to say that Bare E-ssentials 2, Electric Boogaloo, has won an OnComm award from the lovely people at Off West End, who you might know also produce the Offies. And they have given us this OnComm, or online commendation, to, and I quote, recognise the best work that is now being presented online or broadcast during the COVID-19 lockdown. And we are over the moon to be receiving this award alongside such amazing companies as Complicité and Spy Monkey and venues like the Royal Corr and the Lyric Hammersmith. Right, gushing over. Excitement done. Moving on. We're going to have a great show this evening for you. So if you have been to Bare E-ssentials before, number 1, welcome back. Number 2, thank you. Number 3, you have exquisite taste. And number 4, how about have a power nap for about a minute and a half while I tell the new people what we do here. And if it is your first ever Bare E-ssentials, welcome. You are ever so welcome. And let me talk about how we normally do things. So the premise of Bare E-ssentials is that we ask writers from all around the world to submit writing in the form of short scenes, sketches, extracts from larger pieces, or like short scenes. And then we pair them up with a superb director and a plethora of fantastic actors, and then give them absolutely nothing else. No budget, no set, no props, no costume. And normally when we do these live, we usually say, okay, we'll give you a table and chairs or something like that. But now that we're online, everything they find has to be inside the performers' homes. We do this because we want to strip back the theatre and show it at its most elemental, like so we can focus down, highlight the writing and the performances. Everything you see tonight has been produced remotely and on laptops, phones, and with our bare hands. Bare hands. Bare E-ssentials. And yes, for those of you keeping count, that was the 3rd time that I have done that exact same joke, and I don't care. I love it. I love a good pun. So you're going to see more of that coming up. We want to take a moment to thank everyone who has purchased a pay what you like ticket for the show. All of the money raised is going towards the creatives who put this show together and our performers to make sure they can do this again for you in a month's time. If you haven't bought a ticket for this evening, that's fine as well. You are very welcome. But if you want to support us, you can do by donating at paypal.me/Encompass Productions. We encourage you to leave comments in the chat. I see our lone commenter at the moment, Matt, thank you. And Kate, nice to see you. So yeah, please do leave comments in the chat. Tell us what you think about the show so far. And it wouldn't be an online edition of anything if we didn't tell you to like, share, and subscribe. So you can find us on all the social media platforms at Encompass Online on Twitter and Facebook. Or if you want to go to Instagram, it's Encompass_Productions. On that note, if you are following us on Instagram and watching the stream on Instagram, we love you. And that hashtag is hilarious. But we encourage you to follow us on the YouTube or Facebook streams because you get a higher quality of the performances and a higher quality of this face. Yes, the rumors are true. In HD, my face gets 30% redder. So you're welcome for that little tidbit. Tiny reminder, there is some language in the pieces tonight that might cause offense. So please be forewarned. But without further ado, let me introduce to you the first piece of this evening, performed by Esme Cooper and Karina Holness and directed by Rachel Owens. This is Rules by Lucy Jamieson. Enjoy.
Yeah.
You're not at work?
I had to go to the doctor's.
Oh, what's up?
Fucking syphilis.
Sorry?
I've got syphilis.
You've got syphilis?
Yeah, stings like a bitch. It was just a water infection at first, but I didn't do anything about it.
I don't think you've got syphilis.
What are these for then?
I think you mean cystitis, mate.
What, like the water infection?
Yeah, it's called cystitis, not syphilis.
Oh shit, yeah, fucking syphilis. What even is that?
It's an STD.
What?
An STD.
No. No, like a proper STD.
Yeah?
Oh, fuck.
You don't actually have an STD, Alex.
Not what I told Becca.
You didn't.
Oh, I had to email her this morning telling her why I wasn't in work. She asked me what was wrong, so I told her the doctor gave me medication for syphilis.
Oh, hilarious.
Oh, I openly told my manager I had an STD.
What did she say?
Gave me the week off. Didn't see why at first, but makes sense now.
Well, I know what to do next time I need the week off.
Oh, don't take the
At
piss.
least I can piss.
Fuck off.
Just email her and explain.
Obviously.
You know, I wonder what all that juice was in the fridge. You know, it's funny because you only ever seem to get a water infection when you start seeing people. Have you been shagging? Who you been shagging, Alex?
No one.
Then why the water infection then?
I don't know. The doctor said it could be from not drinking enough.
And shagging.
I've not been shagging.
Promise.
Jess.
You can't, can you?
I've not been shagging.
Promise. You liar! Don't lie to me, Alex.
Jess, don't.
What's the issue? Was it shit?
It never happened.
No, it did happen and you didn't tell me. You always tell me.
There's nothing to tell.
You can't lie for shit, Alex. I've known you too long to know when you're bullshitting.
Can you stop interrogating me and help me write this fucking email? What do I say?
Okay. How about, hi Becca, sorry for the misunderstanding. I don't actually have an STD. The medication was in fact to treat cystitis, which I got following a water infection from once again not shagging, not pissing after having shagging all night.
Jess.
Well, I've got no sympathy for you, Alex. I tell you every time to have a piss after you have sex and you don't listen.
Well, it's not exactly sexy, is it? Oh yeah, thank you for the pounding, but I just need to go and empty my bladder because it turned out I needed to piss the entire time.
Go before.
That's even worse.
Who is he then?
Bloody hell.
Well, I want to know.
You don't.
What? Why? What does that mean?
You don't, as in you don't know.
Well, don't see the issue in telling me then.
I'm trying to write this email.
Not until you tell me.
Jess, this isn't funny.
When you give me his full name, I'll give it back.
I can use my laptop.
Not if I beat you to it.
Oh, Jess, you wouldn't. Oh, for fuck's sake, Jess.
Thank you ever so much for being so considerate, Becca. I hate to take advantage of your good nature, but it seems I might need an extra week of work. People that have syphilis tend to be prone to herpes, hepatitis B, genital warts. And following a further irritation this morning, I feel I may also have crabs. I'll keep you updated. Yours gratefully, Alex.
Okay, crap. She's never going to believe that.
Shall we see?
No.
Then name.
Jess?
Name.
Give me my phone.
Who did you fuck, Alex?
Give me my phone.
Just tell me his name.
It's Connor.
Connor.
That's his name.
And last?
I already told you you don't know him.
Well, I just don't understand why you can't. No. Alex, please don't. You wouldn't. You haven't.
Jess?
You fucked my brother! Alex, did you fuck my brother?
Sorry.
Oh, what the actual fuck, Alex?
It wasn't intentional.
It was just a spontaneous fuck with my brother.
We didn't even make it to the bed.
Oh, even better. Wait. Did it happen here? Oh no, not the... Oh, for fuck's sake!
Sorry.
We took a nap here earlier!
Sorry.
In my underwear, laying in my brother's semen.
Actually, he didn't.
I don't need the details, thank you.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you said. Why though, Alex? That's my brother. You've known him since he was 7.
We were drunk.
Yeah, you'd have to be to go near that.
It wasn't that bad, actually.
Oh, spare me the ratings, please. Seriously though, Alex, you can't just use drunk as an excuse. What was actually going through your head when you thought, you know what? I'm gonna fuck my best mate's bro.
I don't know.
Right. I'm ringing him.
No, don't, Jess.
He can explain.
I promised I wouldn't tell. Oh.
Yeah, okay. Oh, hi, Connor. Yeah, just a quick one. So you fucked Alex? What the fuck? I literally want to throw up. No, when you grew up together, that's basically incest. No. Well, it is. What were you even thinking? Well, yeah, I get that, but what? Okay. What, you're lying? She's lying. What did she even tell you? Yeah, well, obviously I have to tell her, don't I, unless you want to. No, didn't think so. Always me cleaning up after your shit. Alex! Alex, can you come out? I need to talk to you. Still got your phone, remember? Date of birth is your password. Nice one.
What did he say?
Yeah. About that. Do you want to sit down?
Stop pissing about and tell me what he's. Oh, this stuff never gets any easier to drink. So bad. Did he have a go? I did promise.
No, he just. Well, you know what happened with his ex, Charlotte? He basically said that sleeping with you was a rebound thing because he found out that she'd been cheating on him with this guy that she was seeing when he was on his placement in Bristol.
I knew it was a rebound thing. That doesn't bother me. I told him that.
Yeah, but. So they broke up last month, and since then, she hasn't bothered calling or texting or even apologising for what she's done. And then last night, he gets this call from her, and she says that she's basically calling to tell him that she went to the clinic and she found out she got chlamydia and gonorrhea from that guy that she'd been seeing, and it's very likely he has it too. You didn't use a condom, did you?
This is a wind-up.
It's not.
Jessica, you're pissed that I slept with Connor, so now you're trying to scare me with this STD shit.
It's not a wind-up, Alex. You can ring him and ask him yourself.
Oh, hi there, Connor. Thanks for the fuck last week. It was great. But your sister now informs me that you're clapped. Give it a rest.
No. I'm being serious, Alex. I promise.
No. I've not. He's given me... Fucking hell, Jess, what the fuck? He's giving me chlamydia?
And gonorrhea.
Bloody hell, I can't believe this. I actually can't believe this.
I mean, it's shit, yeah, Alex, but it happens to most people our age, and it's really easy to sort out. You just take a few tablets for 1 week, and then it's gone. It's just like cystitis, really.
Can't it make you infertile? Fuck, actually, fuck my life.
Well, you've only had it a week, so you wouldn't have any symptoms. But Connor's going to the clinic tomorrow. It's their drop-in day. Just go with him, get a test, get it sorted. 2 weeks, you'll be all clear.
I don't have time to go tomorrow.
You have the week off, you twat.
Not anymore.
What? Why?
I emailed Becca on my laptop while you were calling Connor and said there'd been a misunderstanding that I'm able to come in for the rest of the week.
What? Just email her again.
And say what? Good evening, Becca. After having incorrectly informed you that I have syphilis and later emailing to confirm I instead made cystitis, some more information has come to light that I may have contracted chlamydia and gonorrhea from my best friend's brother. Unfortunately, I'll not be able to cover Simon tomorrow morning, as I'll be joining said best friend's brother at the Farm Road Clinic for their weekly drop-in sessions.
It's true.
She'd fire me on the spot.
No, she wouldn't.
I work at a primary school, Jess. Oh.
Well, it's your fault for not taking the week off she gave
Because
you.
she thought I had syphilis.
Exactly. And she didn't fly you for that.
I'm not telling her. My manager, I'm clapped. No way.
Just pull a sickie. She already knows about the water infection.
I said I'd cover Simon tomorrow morning.
Well, to next week's drop-in then.
I can't go that late. I'll be a mess.
Then there is nothing else you can do, Alex.
I'll go tomorrow. I wonder what I'll be teaching.
You better not be sex ed. You're a terrible role model.
Whoa! Sorry. You slept with double the amount of guys I have.
You never caught anything though, did I?
You slept with someone else's boyfriend.
Still used a condom.
You slept with Jaden Graham on his sister's bed whilst babysitting his nephew.
It didn't give me chlamydia or gonorrhea though, did it?
You slept with more guys this year than I can count on both my hands.
Whoa, how has this turned around to me, may I ask? My numbers have got nothing to do with the fact that you're clapped, my friend.
Because of your brother?
No, Alex, because of you. How many times do I have to tell you there are only 2 rules I live by when it comes to sex? Always wear a condom and always piss afterwards. You've ignored both of those and you've only got yourself to blame. Bitch. Do you know what would make that taste better?
What?
One bone.
Oh.
Ta-da!
Febreze.
Oh, no, that's for the same one.
Ah,
This is what you
decent.
Febreze eliminates tough odors and sex. Perfect. Connor's saying he's going to the clinic tomorrow and you're more than welcome to come with him, or you can wait for him to get his results back. He said he's sorry.
I can't wait. I'll go with him tomorrow.
Oh, how romantic. Yeah, this really reminds me of something out of Skins.
Which episode?
Not an actual episode, just something I can imagine happening on it.
I'm glad my life entertains you.
You know, you should probably get a pregnancy test as well tomorrow.
I already told you he didn't.
It doesn't matter.
I won't be pregnant.
You never know. He doesn't actually have to. You could still be pregnant.
I'm not going to be.
How do you know though? What would you call it?
I'm not going to be pregnant. Can you stop this scaremongering already?
Oh, I can't wait to be sisters.
Gosh.
And babysit.
You are not babysitting my children.
Oh, why not?
You just gave me gin to make me drink this cranberry juice.
Yeah, but it works though. Look, my parents used to put brandy on the end of my dummy to get me to go to sleep.
Explains a lot.
Do you know what's ironic about all of this?
What?
So, do you remember when we were kids and you'd always make me play Captain Hook because you said Peter and Wendy couldn't be played by brother and sister?
Yeah.
Peter has finally fucked Wendy.
Perfect.
Actually, I think I've still got that hook if it turns out that you're, you know.
Stop.
The cushion's still a little damp.
Give it 30 minutes, it'll be dry.
I really want to watch Skins now.
I'm still not over Chris's death.
Oh, and me with Freddie's.
What?
Freddie's death?
When?
End of season 4.
I'm halfway through season 3.
Oh, spoilers.
For God's sake, can anything else go wrong today?
What episode are you on?
Pandora's birthday party.
Oh, okay. So next episode is Freddie's.
Brill.
You know, this show really doesn't set a good role model for teenagers. Apart from all the drugs, crime, and meaningless sex, no one ever wears a condom.
All pisses afterwards.
Shameful.
They're not aware of your rules, Jay.
Hello again. That was Rules by Lucy Jamieson. And yes, the language warning was 80% about that last piece. If you want to know a little bit more information about tonight's performances, then there's a link to the digital program that can be found on our website, encompassproductions.co.uk. And we'll also be putting a link. I think we already have put a link in the chat because we are lovely like that. So you can download it there too. Our next piece is the first of 2 monologues and is also a Bare E-ssentials directorial debut. Performed by Deborah Garvey and directed by Kayla Feldman, this is Stones Around My Neck by Emma Dawson. Enjoy.
My daughter Edie's just not normal. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, I'm single now, and I don't get around much, but it didn't used to be like that. She chased them off. My first husband, her dad, was a lovely bloke, Terry. But he lost his nuts because she wouldn't stop clinging to me all the time. She was the neediest 3-year-old you ever saw. I couldn't go to the loo in peace. And her older sister didn't behave like that. Mind you, the less said about Emmy, the better. Terry felt that I neglected him for the kids. Edie would scream if I didn't give her any attention, and he said I should just ignore her. It was hard. I tried to make it work, but he dumped me. I don't think he was ready to be a dad. You want to have fun in your 30s, don't you? But still, it hurt. And he was so angry with me, he didn't want to pay any child support. The last place I wanted to go was court, but he gave me no choice. And afterwards he said he'd never forgive me for that they weren't his kids. I only ever went with him, and that's the truth. 8 years later, I met Doug, and it was love at first sight. He was a bit classy. He'd get 10 quid bottles of wine for our dates, and he'd be teaching me to tango. Our wedding was in a ceremony with the colour scheme pale blue and lavender, though Edie did nearly ruin it by refusing to come. I was gobsmacked that she could be so mean. Eventually, Doug said, "Leave the little cow to stew." I realised then that it was my wedding I should be happy about, whether or not she came. We had the most fabulous honeymoon in Paris. We danced by the Seine, kissed under the Eiffel Tower. But when we got home, Doug went to the bedroom. I heard him cry out, and then a horrible thud. Edie had crushed all his tennis balls and just threw them over the floor, and he tripped over them. He loved playing tennis. I don't think she realised how nasty it was, though she didn't stop there either. It was constant, relentless spitefulness. Once, she threw away Doug's favourite razor. It was the only one that gave him a good cut. So he smashed her precious frog figurines, and she got my curling tongs and burnt a mark all over his clothes in embarrassing places. We realised when we were out shopping, and I saw a burn in a rather unfortunate part of the body. "Doug," I said, "I think you need to take a peek at your bottom." I had no idea then that she'd done it. He went ballistic when we got home, and he realised how far she'd gone. Quite right. OK, so he hit her, but he was quite provoked. Meanwhile, all of Edie's antics meant that I didn't notice what was going on with Emmy. You see, Emmy had started drinking. First, she did it out of the house, saying she was staying with friends. Then I started finding bottles in her room, like under the bed. It turns out she was climbing out the window when I thought she was asleep. Edie told me that later. I was terrified that the neighbours were going to find out what was going on. And I was trying so hard to sort of try to keep her on a course, but she'd had none of it. She didn't stop behaving like that. She'd just snort. The clothes she wore, skirts and shorts that hardly covered her, showing her midriff, dyeing her hair. And then she stopped talking to anyone, even though Emmy shared a room with her, and they'd always been so close. Doug told me I was a terrible mum. He said the whole situation made him ashamed of us. Emmy ran away when she was 17, leaving a note saying, "Don't try and find me." I cried for 2 weeks after. And then Doug and I sat down and talked about what we should do. And we decided the only thing we could do was to give her time. After all, she wasn't willing to listen. But she still hasn't come back. That was 14 years ago. So she's 32. By now, I try not to think about her, because I get so angry sometimes that I could kill her. I mean, what sort of child would do that to her mum? I gave birth to 2 stones around my neck. After that, Doug started trying to convince me that I should kick Edie out. It all came to a head when she was 19. She was too young to be out there. I mean, she'd only got herself to blame. She'd been harassing Doug since he moved in. But I just couldn't do it. So I said to Doug, she's staying. And I told Edie that she had to stop and she had to apologise and she had to make sure that she behaved in future. I had to bribe her with a lot of chocolate buttons. I thought he'd get over it, but he wasn't the type of guy to give up. He started trying to talk Edie round, telling her about the good old times she'd have when she were free of me, which I was quite offended by, really. I mean, I understand that everyone thinks a mum and her daughter at loggerheads, but Edie and I loved each other, and there was nothing anyone could do about that. Eventually, Doug said he was leaving unless I kicked Edie out. It was terrible, because I knew it wasn't his fault, it was hers. But I couldn't. But he didn't give up. He still loved me. For years after, he'd call up every so often and say things like, "Darling, ditch that monster and come and live with me in London. We'll dance by the Thames every night." He was such a romantic. But I told him I couldn't leave Edie. I remember how pleased she was the day he moved out. I told her to get out of my sight. She'd got what she wanted. That's what I told her. I said, "I hope you're thrilled that you've destroyed my happiness." I don't think she cared. I didn't get another bloke after that. I wasn't the right age anymore. And anyway, it was scary outside. Everyone was so unpleasant, so I started stopping in. Meanwhile, Edie, pleased as punch, would be watching Vicar of Dibley and Ab Fab and 40 Towers every night. And we talk about her strange colleagues and Mrs. Cushing at Flat 10 and what she was getting up to now. I worry about Edie more now that she's the only person left. My whole family. She's 29. Hasn't smelled the coffee yet. Yesterday, she announced that she was going to her first office leaving drinks tomorrow. She's got a crush on a boy called Vassy. Vassy? I couldn't believe my ears. I reminded her that drinking's where Emmy started, and I just mentioned that she doesn't always make the right decisions in life. But so far, she's just brushed me off. Won't listen, just like her older sister. No, I'm going to put a stop to this drinks business, or my name's not Patty. I wish I could explain to her that going to these things is for other people. All I ever wanted was to keep her safe.
Welcome back. And that was Stones Around My Neck by Emma Dawson. Now, normally at this kind of time in the evening, I would be encouraging you to take an interval, to go to the bar, get yourself a drink. That's usually because we had a minimum bar spend that we had to hit. But luckily, thanks to the internet, you can be getting drunk however you like, with whatever you like throughout this entire piece. So you don't have to worry about doing a break, and we don't have to worry about cutting up. We can do whatever you want. So instead, I'm going to give you some exciting news. Now, you may have noticed that Bare Essentials 3 had a little extra some going on. And that is because the show is called Bare Essentials 3 with a Vengeance, named after the epic third installment of the Die Hard series. Now, we wanted to give a little extra spice to each show rather than just having Bare Essentials 1, 2, 3 or Bare Essentials May, June, July. So we have retroactively renamed our June show Bare Essentials 2 Electric Boogaloo. And from now on, each show will have its name, a new name. But what will it be? What will the next one be? Well, that is where you come in, because we want you to suggest names for Bare Essentials 4. You can tweet your ideas using the hashtag Bare Essentials LDN. So that's Bare spelled B-A-R-E, Essentials LDN, short for London. Bare Essentials LDN. So tweet us your ideas and we will pick our favorite few. And then we will put a poll on our Facebook and Instagram pages. And the one with the most votes will be the name of the next show. So it'll be Bare Essentials 4, whatever you pick. Now, I guess we could have Barry McBareface. Anything, whatever you're thinking, you can put those forward and we'll pick our favorite ones and you guys will vote as well. But that's not all. Oh, no. You don't just get the honor of picking the name of the next Bare Essentials. You will win, drum roll please, a random prize from my house. Oh, yes, indeed. That is right. Big time prizes coming your way. And what is it this month, Liam? I hear you screaming at your laptops and televisions. Well, you can get yourself this amazing table trivia music mania. Oh, yeah. So that is like things like who wondered whether there could be life on Mars? And REM took which name from, their name from which stage of sleep? It's just a little bit of mirth in a box, isn't it? But that is not it either. We're not just giving you that tiny box of music trivia. Oh, no. We are also giving you a cat toothbrush shaped like a giant prawn with a little bag of catnip inside. And I tell you what, if you've got a cat, I hope it goes mad for it, unlike my cat did, because my cat was not a fan, but he's never been a thing for catnip. But I think if your cat is one of those regular cats that loves catnip, this is a prize for you. So not only you will have the honor of naming the show, you will get your music trivia, you will have your catnip prawn. Aren't we good to you? Aren't we just the best? Well, look, now that I've got you all excited and revved up, we're going to move on to our next piece, which is a fantastic comedy from across the pond in the US of A, performed by Amy Fleming and Andrew Gruen, and directed by Jonathan Woodhouse. This is The Chair by James C. Ferguson. Enjoy.
Vanessa, thank God.
Cole, what are you doing? You scared me half to death. I almost dropped dessert. Where are the Carters?
The Carters, yes. How about a movie?
What?
Well, we haven't been in a while. It might be fun. Come on.
What are you talking about? We're in the middle of dinner.
Yes, of course, dinner.
Cole, where are the Carters?
Who?
Our guests. Cole.
They went to the bathroom.
Together?
They had an emergency and they had to go home.
Did they leave? They did, didn't they?
Actually...
Those bastards! I have been trying to schedule dinner with them for 3 months. Always some excuse. Out of town, their footstool's going to be on the Antique Roadshow. Orgy. We do finally get them here, and what do? Run like Anthony Perkins in Psycho. Now I know why they didn't offer to help clean. see if they ever get an invitation from me again. And I was going to see if they wanted to come to that musical about mimes.
It wasn't actually their fault.
It wasn't?
No.
They didn't like the pork roast?
No.
The salad?
No.
The wine? No, it couldn't have been the wine. They brought the wine. What are you not telling me?
I don't quite know how to put this.
Their car is still here. Are they in their car? Are they making out?
Darling, the particulars of the Carter's disappearance doesn't actually have anything to do with the Carters.
I don't understand.
It has to do with, well, the chair.
What chair?
That one.
What are you talking about? And why are you cowering? What is going on?
How do I explain this?
Should I not make coffee?
The chair,
Yes.
it's sort of, well, it ate them.
What?
I know it's hard to believe, sweetheart. I wouldn't have believed it either if I hadn't seen it happen.
The chair.
Yeah,
That one right over there.
yeah.
The chair ate the Carters.
Don't get too close to it, darling. It's a killer.
Oh, come on, Cole! Are you serious? I leave the room for 5 minutes and you turn into Renfield?
I saw it happen.
Fine. All right. I'll play along, ignoring the fact that furniture doesn't normally eat people. Where's the blood?
Well, obviously, it's a very efficient predator. It just sort of sucked them in, lickety-split. I mean, 1 minute we were here, we were discussing egg yolks and the Kentucky Derby, and the next,
Why didn't it eat you?
I don't know. Maybe it only eats couples. We have to get out of here.
Has it eaten Michael?
Oh, don't be ridiculous, darling. Michael is in college. I mean, how could it eat someone who isn't even in the room?
How can it eat anyone? It's a chair.
I've been thinking about that.
Have you?
I don't think it's a chair.
What?
I think it's some kind of form-altering, chameleon-like extraterrestrial that's disguised itself as a chair.
Our chair's an alien. Is that what you're saying?
Darling, I am an editor at the Scientific American. I mean, I've seen things you wouldn't believe.
Where's the hutch from? Jupiter?
It's the only rational explanation.
Aliens disguised as furniture. That's rational.
I saw it.
Why now? We've had that chair for years. Why hasn't it ever eaten anybody before?
I don't know.
Why didn't it eat the Reeds or the Beckers or the cat?
I don't know.
I suppose we could put it outside and use the patio furniture instead.
I'm not going anywhere near that thing.
Right.
Oh, what are you doing? Oh, oh,
It doesn't feel alien. On the other hand, we did buy it from IKEA.
sweetheart, please. Get back over here. You don't know what you're dealing with. It'll kill you. I'll get something. I'll be right back. I'll save you. We've got to have something here.
I'm still here.
Vanessa!
This might explain what happened to the Lindbergh baby.
This is no time for making jokes. Your life is in danger.
many other aliens do you think we have in this house masquerading as furniture? The curio? The vanity? The settee?
Vanessa!
Little Miss Muffet sat on her tuffet and it fucking ate her? You think that's how the story originally went?
Don't say I didn't warn you.
Cole,
Yes, dear?
be honest. You watched arsenic and old lace again, poisoned our guests and dragged their bodies into the basement, didn't you?
Yeah.
It's okay. Don't worry, I'm not mad.
He was flirting with you,
I know.
and she insulted your Christine.
Who says that chivalry is dead?
And that was The Chair by James C. Ferguson. Now, I spent majority of that scene standing up, just to be sure. I have never been more relieved by the idea of just generic murder being the outcome of a situation. But I am sitting back down now. I am happy. I am relieved that that's the case. Now, my lovely audience, it's been a pleasure having you here this evening. But this is the final piece of the evening. Now, look, don't be sad. I know it's tough. But we will be back next month to give you some even more writing goodness. We promise. Look, in fact, how about I even give you a date for the diary? We can hard pen it in. Hard pen being my second favorite pen after Cal pen before Sean pen. So here we go. We can put it in the diary right now. Bare Essentials 4, name TBD, will be live at 8 p.m. on the 26th of August. That is a Wednesday, 8 p.m. Wednesday, the 26th of August. So there you go. It's in the diary now, so we know we're going to see each other again soon. Something a little strange here. The last time I actually saw the writer of this final piece in person, I was dressed in a polar bear costume, wearing full armor. And that is all the context I'm going to give you for that situation. So ponder that one. But our final piece of the evening is a doozy. It is performed by Amelia Parillon and directed by myself. This is Listen by Jacqui Penrose. Enjoy.
Look, I don't know where to start. My battery's going. Only 25% left. And there's no power, so I can't. Come on. So, if you get this, find this. Please listen. Just listen. I know you must be thinking, or would be thinking if you saw this, Christ, this is difficult. You'd be thinking, why am I saying this now? A bit fucking late, isn't it? Well, yes, of course, but it's never, is it? 23%. So please, just listen. That's the thing, you see. They're not listening. It's not something you're good at. That's what this is about, I think. You never listened. So you see, it wasn't ever really my fault. All my fault. I don't mean everything. No, obviously nothing to do with me, all this mess. Awfulness. Whatever. I mean, you and me, us. I don't know where you are, or if you'd even get this, or how it could even matter. But it matters to me to say this, whatever this is. 23%, 20%. Oh. You do know how much I love you, don't you? From the beginning, day one, bang. The most perfect. That's something out of a painting. At that party, I wasn't the only one who, and yet you left with me, stayed with me. Why? Someone like me. It's not supposed to happen, not possible. But it did. And I couldn't quite believe it. Couldn't quite conceive it was real. Tried to explain, but you laughed. Told me not to be silly. You could have anybody. So why wouldn't you? How could I ever be enough? It was eating me up. Still is. Eating me up. But it shouldn't matter now, should it? Everything's changed. What could it possibly matter now when there are so many more important things to worry about? Why am I still obsessed with this? Now, honestly, I don't know. All I know is that I miss you like hell. And if there's just the tiniest chance that you'd understand. What it was, you see, I was afraid all the time. Afraid. No other word for it. Afraid that I'd come home early one day and hear laughter, or from the bedroom, our bedroom, or find the suitcase is gone, or just silence. Just silliness, you said. Why would I think things like that? Because. How could I be sure? Where was the proof? And you just say, well, I'm here, aren't I? %. Maybe in the beginning, that was enough. You were with me, had chosen me, and I couldn't believe my luck. And we were happy, weren't we? Then I started to think, that's just it. Luck. And luck changes. Something better comes along. Then once I got that idea into my head, I couldn't shake it, and I couldn't get you to understand that I needed something more than, well, I'm here, aren't I? But why? And for how long? And you wonder why I got so angry. So I hid your passport. Fairly pointless. Now I can see that. You don't need a passport to go to a hotel with. Who would it have been? Someone I know. That would have been worse. You denied it, of course. Every time I asked. Surely it's not unreasonable to want to know where you've been when you've been out without me. Shopping, you'd say. But that doesn't prove that something else isn't. 11%. Now, looking back, I can see that I was probably wrong. I was in the wrong. I broke the one good thing. But if you'd let me explain, asked me why. And yes, it was me when you thought you lost your car keys. I hid them, as I'm sure you assumed. I wasn't thinking straight, but I was trying, and yes, of course, you had to go to work. But in the evenings, you could have agreed to stay home with me. Just like it was in the beginning. Just us. But no. You wanted to be out and about. Be with friends. Friends. Not my friends. Friends from before. And I hated that. Can't you see? So free and easy with them. What did that mean? You never laughed like that when you were with me, not anymore. And you said, not much to laugh about these days, is there? That hurt. That really, really hurt. Did you wonder why I got so angry? Only now I do wonder why I got so angry. I'm saying this out loud and saying this out loud now, hoping just maybe somehow you'll hear this and listen. Whew. It's making me realize, hearing my words out loud, now that everything's changed. And what I'm getting at, what I really want you to hear, if that was even possible, is that I'm sorry. That's it. I'm sorry. It was my fault. 8%. Was it though? Entirely. Doubt and fear, they're normal enough, aren't they? And given the difference between, how could I not have doubt? But suddenly, it all seems so trivial, even to me. What with everything that's changed and all we're having to deal with? Trivial. Spiteful. Even. Not just the car keys, the other stuff. I answered your phone when you left it on the kitchen table. I checked your history. I tried to ruin your clothes in the washing machine so you wouldn't go out. See? Trivial. But it seemed justified at the time. Normal, even. Like checking the Facebook posts from when things were normal. Now it just seems crazy. 3%. Look, this is the last chance. I don't know what I want to happen. Or what will happen, not just with you, but with everything. All I know is that
And that was Listen by Jacqui Penrose. I want to say thank you to all of you for watching, and we are going to get all of our performers back out to a bow. First time we've ever tried that. We're going to do that in a moment. I just want to give you a quick reminder that all the creators involved tonight have given up their time to entertain us and this evening, and you can say thank you in a small way by donating at paypal.me/Encompass Productions. Our normal shows are around a tenner. If you have a tenner to spare, fantastic. If you don't, if you have less, then please do. If you don't have the money, then don't worry. But if you do, then we really appreciate it, because every little bit helps us to create the next show. And if you enjoyed this evening, spread the word about the show, about the company. We want to keep doing this as much as we can, both online and in the real world as well. Thank you. Stay safe and continue to support the arts. I have said this every time, and I will continue to say this every time. It is consistently the best way of making our current situation bearable. And the more people high up that acknowledge that, the better. So spread the word. Let's keep the love going and keep ourselves, keep our spirits up. This has been Bare Essentials. We are Encompass Productions, and I want to say a huge thank you to all of the creatives who made tonight possible, our writers and directors, and I'd like to invite our performers to come and take a bow now. So we have the cast of Listen there, the cast of The Chair, the cast of Stones Around My Neck, and Rules. And those are everyone there. So just a big round of applause. I'm applauding because I'm the one with audio, but please take a bow, you fantastic human beings, you. We also have our guest director, Kayla, who came on board to do the piece for Stones Around My Neck. We also have John, our artistic director, but also the guy making all this tech stuff happen right in front of you. And Rachel, our associate director, who puts all of this together with us. This is amazing. This is the first time we've had this many faces on screen at the same time. And also to Kate, our assistant producer, who is running all the chat. She's the one who's been chatting to you and all the publicity stuff she's been working on with John. Yes, please clap, clap, clap. Absolutely fantastic, guys. Thank you so much. I'm going to assume there is a raucous amount of applause going around the internet right now. Now, I have been attempting to sign off these pieces in a different way every time. And so I did a vote with the people in our stream at the moment, and they decided that they wanted me to do the Von Trapp children from The Sound of Music. So this is my farewell to you. Thank you so much, and we will see you again next month. Goodbye, so long, auf Wiedersehen, good night. I don't know the words, so auf Wiedersehen, good night. Good night, good night, good night.